What's good, YouTube? Christian here again with another video. This time, I'm going to be talking about how we can get complete beginners getting started on their gym journey, okay? Now, you probably watched like 10, 12, 15 videos trying to figure out what the best beginner program is. And you probably research, reps in reserve and systemic fatigue and all of that crap that you don't need to get started. All you need to do is actually get started with some basic exercises and do them enough times to get progress started. Why do I mean you just need to get started, not worry about all that? It's because you are a complete beginner. Work capacity, or basically the amount of workouts that you could do a week, is probably really small. Your strength is probably not that high, and your proximity to failure is probably reached very quickly. Therefore, you don't need to do workout A, B, C, and then plan out your rest days, so much. You just need to get the basics exercises started. So what are the basic exercises? Okay, it's basically a basic press, either a push-up or a push-up with the feet elevated, so it's more of an incline, so it biases the top shelf. So that would be your basic press. Then a vertical pull, either a pull-up or a lat pull down. Okay, I prefer the pull-up because it teaches you better body mechanics, but it might be too challenging for you. So if your gym has an assisted pull-up machine, then you could use that. So we go from doing a basic press to a basic vertical pull, and then now you're going to need a horizontal pull, either a chest supported row where you put your chest against the machine and then just do this with the weight, okay, keeping it very simple. Or you could do a cable row where you grab the cable, everybody's seen that one, and then you just row this way, right? Now, as a beginner, you're going to grow pretty much regardless of what you do. What you need to be careful of is not to overwork yourself because you're brand new, your work capacity is not that high. So what I would do is that I would do full body 2 to 3 times a week. If 3 times a week is too much, then I would drop it to 2. So we already covered basically all the compound movements for the upper body. We have a press, vertical pull, horizontal pull. Now we need the legs, right? Now, I know a lot of people would say just get under the barbell squat, but I completely disagree because a complete beginner probably doesn't have the body mechanics to figure out how to squat. So what I would do is I would grab a dumbbell and start with a goblet squat. Why? Because goblet squat is going to prevent you from having bad body mechanics because the weight is in front of you. So you take the dumbbell, you hold it right here with 2 arms, and then you do the squat, and then hold the bottom for 1 second so your body can start figuring out how to balance a squat and make your legs work together to press the weight up. Okay, now that is for body mechanics. Before we move on to the barbell squat, you need to figure out how to balance the weight properly. Now, but we're gonna have to add a leg press variation or something stable like a hack squat because we need to up the intensity a little bit to see growth. The goblet squat is more, it could be intense for a complete beginner, but not intense enough to produce the adequate hypertrophy. So we actually move on to a leg press after the goblet squat and do more work with a little bit more weight that way. Okay. Now we need something for the hamstring. So we are going to do a either a dumbbell RDL, or actually I like to do the RDLs on the shrug machine where it has the 2 handles. Okay, the way you do a RDL is basically you hold the weight in your hands and you hinge at the hips back. A hinge is not by bending the back, it's just by pushing your butt back. Okay, so basically now we have all the compound movements needed to produce, hypertrophy systemically. You're going to do that twice a week to start, and then eventually you might progress to 3 times a week if you so wish. Okay, that basically is all you need to get started as a beginner. You don't need much else. If you want to add arm isolations a little bit later, you can do that on your 3rd day. But this is a routine basically that's going to be followed by the bare bones beginner that has never stepped into a gym. Once you get progression started, then you can move on to a more advanced routine where you can add in some fatigue management, etc. But at the beginning, like I said, you don't need all the ins and outs to get started in the gym. Just go in there and start trying stuff out. If you like this video, like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.